Okay, for those just joining in, welcome. If you can hear me and see me well, we are going to get started with the class. My name is Josema. I'm Customer Success Manager at Customily, and together with Morena, we will be hosting this presentation and showing you the basics of the app. You'll be able to ask questions along the way, and we'll be answering them on the chat or at the end of the presentation. Remember that this live session is being recorded and later uploaded to our YouTube channel along with all past live sessions. You can watch each episode again and also find the assets in the description so you can replicate the products you see on the videos. If you're joining us for the first time, you'll probably wonder what is Customily? Customily is an app that installs on your e-commerce store and provides your shoppers with live previews of personalizable products. With Customily, your shoppers will be able to interact with options by typing texts, selecting fonts, colors, images, and even locations, as well as uploading their own pictures. Each interaction will show them live how the personalization will look on the finished product, enhancing the shopping experience and increasing your conversion rate. In this example of an acrylic plaque with a gender couple, you'll be able to, for example, change the quote at the top. You'll be able to change the background, and also you can pick how many people you want in this particular design. Could be one person, could be that you can pick also the gender, or it could be two people. And again, you could pick the gender of the left person and the gender of the second person. Whenever you start clicking on different pictures, you will show them live, and that will allow you to customize this design to whatever you want. Each time you type something, it will show live at the end result. And when you're finished, you can preview this and you can add to cart. Now, the way this works is that Customily will load a template and an option set in the front end of your store for each product. Within the app, you will have many tools to create these templates and options. But that's not all. Apart from the live preview, Customily will take the personalization information from the orders you receive and create a printing file that is ready for you to take to whatever business machine or fulfillment service you have for your products. So imagine how much time our tool is saving you. If you think back to the way you used to offer personalized products, how you had to collect the shopper's data, create proofs, wait for feedback, make corrections, and much more. All that time and effort has been reduced and automated with Customily's live preview and production files to make your work faster and easier. Now that we know that Customily is a great tool for your online store and that it will help you optimize the shopping experience of your visitors, we can start learning about the app itself. It's important that you approach it with some clear concepts about your business. I highly recommend you ask yourself some questions before starting. The first one is about the current status of your store. Will I be creating new products, either for an empty new store or for a new collection in an existing store? Or will I be selling my existing products and turning them customizable? If you're working with existing products, you will use what we call Customily 1.0. With this, you will be creating templates from scratch and then linking them to your existing products, all from the app itself. The options that your shoppers will use will be created automatically, so you don't need to worry about having to code anything. This direct way of using Customily is available for all e-commerce platforms that we integrate with, and you can see them on the slide as well as any custom coded store. Now, if you will be creating new products, more questions will pop up. Am I doing my own fulfillment, for example, with my own workshop or a local company? Or am I fulfilling with a known print on demand supplier? And then, do I have my own designs that will be personalized? Or will I be using pre made designs from Customily? These two questions will be the entry point to use what we call Customily 2.0. This is our latest update and will allow you to create new listings more easily, faster, and better. This option is only available for Etsy and Shopify stores. So, within Customily 2.0, you will have four ways of creating new products. If you're working with known pre-OD providers, you have two options. You can select a product from their catalog and then add an exclusive design that our illustration team has created for you. These are royalty-free designs and clipart that you can freely use and manage. Or you can select a product from their catalog and use our design studio to create your own designs that can be personalizable. On the other hand, if you're going to fulfill on your own, you have two similar options. You can automate processes by creating product bases, which are the product mockups of what you want to sell and will act the same way as the POD products. Then you can add a customized design to the product base or create your own custom designs in the design studio to use over your product base. Each time you combine a product base with a design, a new template is born and linked to a new listing that Customily automatically creates in your store for you. Product bases can be from a POD catalog or your own, and designs can be from Customily's collection or your own. The result will be the same. Now, in the case of PODs, the listing will be connected to the print on demand using an API key. So each time there's a purchase, Customily can automatically send the print file for fulfillment, so more time-saving advantages. Okay, well, let's dive into the app and see how it works. When you access Customily for the first time, pay attention and complete the onboarding you will get, as it will help you answer many of the questions stated before. Then you can see the different sections of the app, and based on your answers, you can easily navigate through them. Here we are in the Start section. This is the 2.0 main interface where you can create new products, either using print-on-demand suppliers or your own product bases. You also have a quick view of your design collection and product-based collection. If you check the left menu, you can see that these two collections have their own sections also. In the template section, you'll be able to create new templates and also see all the templates created automatically with the 2.0 tools. This is the core section of the app, and you can rename, clone, delete, and edit any template. In the libraries section, you'll be able to upload your personal assets and organize them for quick access and use. You can create colors, fonts, vectors, and image libraries. And this is very important to remember because Customily is an asset manager, not an asset creator. Your images, designs, fonts, etc. will be created or purchased outside of the app. For example, you can create images in Canva, download them in JPG or PNG files, and then organize them in Customily libraries for later use in templates and designs. In the store section, you can see all the products currently in your store, whether they are draft or active, and see those products linked to Customily, which templates and option sets are loading, and of course, unlink or relink any product. You can also see many settings, you can access many settings and styles to customize the front end experience of your shoppers. The orders section is a new feature and for now is only available for Shopify stores in beta version. Here you will get a register for all orders made using Customily with backup information about the personalization data selected, the preview, and the print file. You should know that in any e-commerce platform that you decide to install and integrate Customily, each time there's a purchase using Customily, the order the personalization data, the preview, and the print file will be all displayed in the order information on the order dashboard of that e-commerce platform. So whether you are using WooCommerce or Etsy or Shopify or or Walmart, BigCommerce, and all others, they will always show the order personalization data in the order dashboard for each one of those particular orders. This dashboard here in the app will be a backup for you to quickly check those orders that have customization. Okay, now that we have a more clear idea of how to navigate over the app, let's create a product together. Okay, well, today is a special live session because we're going to create something that may be a bit complex, but we're going to do it very simple so you can see how it can be possible. Now, imagine for a second that you have a lot of graphics and assets that allows you to create this particular type of characters, right? So these characters in particular will have a lot of options available. We'll have skin colors, we'll have hairstyles, we'll have clothing, pants, shirts, and dresses, for example. So if you want to put together these characters and you have the graphics, you can upload them to Customily to make sure that they will be saved and you can use them for your own designs. So later you can either create a template because you will be using these graphics on your existing products, or you can create a design and then create the product from print-on-demand information or your product basis. In the end, you will end up with a brand new product, a brand new template, and options. So what we're going to do now is put together this very similar design with the different products. We're going to be using a pillow, and the idea is to come up with a design in which you can pick how many people you want to present on your design, and also how whether they will be male or female to begin with. So how do we start with this information? Well, basically, we need to go to Customily and we need to go to libraries. Why? Because most of our graphics for this particular design are all images, are all PNGs. So let's say we have our stash selected and every single piece of information and graphics we need. We also need to understand that each one of these choices, this image selections we have, in this case, we are going to be putting a short hairstyle to see the skin color changing. Each time we pick any of these, we are basically switching images, right? And these images, each one of them will be a file. However, this selection, this group of shirts, for example, will be a library. The same goes with the pants, and the same goes with the hairstyles. With the only difference is that hairstyles will have another level of choice, which will be uh, the categories. So you see right now we have 4 categories, and we can pick, depending on the category, different styles of hair. The reason why we have categories is because if we have so many options, we don't want to overwhelm the options right in the front end with all possible hairstyles. So we organize them into more manageable options with categories. If you want to put together this and have it ready to go to Customily, you need to go to the libraries section and go to the image libraries section. In here, you can start creating libraries one by one, uploading files one by one, but we actually have a great tool that is to bulk upload everything in a zip file. So if we check our file manager, you will see that I have actually some images that I want to use. Our design will be different. We'll have these characters will have the girl will have a dress, and the male will have a pant, and then we're going to change the the shirt color, for example. We're going to have a quote on top, and then we're going to have some images here. So you see, for example, we're going to be able to pick backgrounds. So I have a folder called backgrounds in which I have 3 different backgrounds. We also have a folder called female dress, and I have 3 different dress colors. Same goes with the male shirt. Yeah. And when it comes to skin color, we will have 2 characters. We will have the left and the right, and because the right character has actually a hand pointing out, basically what we're going to do is we're going to have for the right character, we're going to have a different position and type of clothing. But basically, we will have on the left will be this woman with these skin tones. The male skin tone will also have for the left, and we'll have for the right female or the right male. It's very important to have this organized like this because each folder is actually a library. So when I go inside, when I upload this zip file, what will happen is one library called right male skin color will be created with these 3 choices. And if I go to the female or male hairstyles, I will see that I actually have subfolders inside the main folder. This means that I'm creating categories. One category will be long hair and the other will be short hair. And I have the images put together. So this particular folder will create a library. Inside that library, we're going to have 2 categories. And inside each category, we're going to have the images. This way, if I have 100 images, I will only display 50 at a time, and I don't crowd my front end. So it's very important that you invest some time in organizing your assets. So whenever you're ready to go to Customily, having this organized in folders that will be libraries will save you a lot of time of doing this manually. So before I jump into the next step, I would like to know if we have some questions about this way of organizing our assets. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a zip file. We're going to grab this all together. These are the libraries we want, the folders we want to use to create new libraries. The rest are independent images. So just right click, compress to zip file. That zip file can be named, okay, female dress will be the one. So yeah, let's call this the live session assets, right? So this zip file will have all these folders, and remember that the hairstyles will also have other folders. So now we're ready to grab this and upload to Customily. Let's go to Customily and bulk upload this. So yeah, here, live session asset zip. Depending on the size of the images and of course the number of images, it will take more or less a couple of minutes, no more than that. While we wait, we should know that what we're going to do with the pillow is basically create a new product. So we need to pick the pillow from the print-on-demand supplier. In this case, we're going to be using a pillow from CustomCat. And then we're going to pick a design, but not any design, not from Customily's collection. We're going to be creating a design of our own. So we're going to open the design and we're going to put together our assets the way we imagine them in the first place. Um, there's a question about using Printful. Is there a way for me to get my product templates from Printful to Customly? This is very important, and I wanted to wait, take this moment to address that. Whenever we create a new product using Customly, even if we use a print-on-demand supplier, we are not creating. We are creating a product in the store, either Etsy or Shopify, but we are not creating that product version in the POD app. It's not the way that Customily works. We don't create a version of the product in the store and another one on the app because we do not fulfill using the product catalog from the POD. We use API key, so we go straight from Customily to the POD fulfillment process, skipping the app itself. So whatever you have created in your print-on-demand dashboard or catalog, and if you have translated that to your store, either Etsy or Shopify, you can still connect Customly because you can still, it will be considered as an existing product and you will be able to create a template and connect that to the existing product, but it will not fulfill automatically. So if you want the automatic fulfillment using API keys, you will have to create the product from scratch in Customly. Is the order is starting in Customily, going through the store and fulfilling directly on the POD workshops. If you have created the product in the POD system and you exported that to the store, you can still connect to Customily as 1.0 system and it will not fulfill automatically. So keep that in mind just in case. Some customers will fulfill manually, some others will prefer the automatic process. So depending on what you need to do, so that's very important to ask yourself those questions at the beginning, is the way you want to use Customly. But you cannot export whatever you have created on the POD to Customly for the automatic fulfillment. That's great. Great. So you see now we have these libraries created. Backgrounds, female dress, female hairstyle, skin color, left and right. Everything is exactly the way we want. And we can edit this just to check that we have all three images. And we can go, let's go to the last page. And let's check out, for example, the hairstyle, male hairstyle, edit. And you see we don't have images, we have categories, long and short categories. We can even click here to change the thumbnail, and the thumbnail was picked by one of the hairstyles. We can actually add a new thumbnail, in this case, the long length image that I had saved already, like that. And we do the same with a short one. Let's preview this better. Yeah, like that, short length. Okay. Excellent. So for the hairstyle, we were able to do that, and for the female hairstyle, they do the same. What is the difference when you say automatically and manually when I was talking about fulfillment, correct? I'm pretty sure that's the aim of the question. Automatic is that the print file, once created by Customily based on your shopper's personalization, it will go straight to a special order in the POD system and will be and will have the order to fulfill. In the case of manual fulfillment, basically someone places an order and the POD will wait for you to upload the artwork or the print file before actually enable that fulfillment. That's the manual fulfillment. You always get the print file from Customily in your order information. Either that goes automatically to the workshop, or if it's a POD, or you download that and you manually upload that for fulfillment. That will be the difference. So now that we have all our libraries put together, let's go to My Designs and let's create a new design. This design will be later placed on any product we want to use. Let's call this the my session gender pillow. I don't know. I'm going to change genders, so call like that. So this is the design studio. We always start off here with a square canvas. If we know we are designing in a particular proportion, we may want to click resize and change the proportions of this canvas or the exact dimensions. But working with a square is going to be fine now. We're going to be using a pillow. So basically what we're going to do is put together our characters with the libraries we selected. We have a lot of tools to set up our customizations. Depending what we use, our customers will have different tools. Text boxes, straight and curved, will allow shoppers to input their own text. They will be able to change fonts and change colors. Placeholders, images, or vectors are tools meant for your customers to upload their own image. Very ideal for collage, for photo collage, and keepsakes for the travels and and memories. Street maps and star maps are special customization tools that will allow you to pick different locations and styles for maps, for star maps. So we have a lot of live sessions in which we have used these tools very detailed. But finally, we want to check out the dynamic elements. Dynamic images and vectors, you see by the icon, they can hold a lot of graphics and a lot of information. If you create a dynamic image, for example, you can upload an image from your computer, like this pillow, this pillow title. You can, of course, resize and stretch this any way you want. Let's fit to the canvas, just like that. Okay, and if you keep this image as unique image, basically you have created a background. But what if you want to offer multiple images, multiple choices? If you upload two images, basically what you do is you create a choice for your customers, either color, skin, or different objects. Basically, you are swapping different graphics and creating different options. So we can click a dynamic image, we can upload them all together or pick from our libraries, which is what we want to do. We want to go straight to the right, for example, the left male skin color. And that will be our first choice in here. So we have a character showing up in here. We are ready to start customizing this person. Let's lock the background just in case. Let's call this the quote. Double click will allow you to rename this. And this is going to be the left male skin color, right? Like. Yeah, so let's keep creating dynamic images and adding the rest of the elements. So the male will have a left shirt. Okay, like that. Yeah, let's position this pretty well in there. Yeah. Then on this case, because we are all Customily elements, they are perfectly aligned and matching. Then we're going to create a dynamic image, but we're not going to be adding a library. We're going to upload the pant because the pant will always be there. And if we align this together, the pant seems to be on top. Let's Let's change this. Preview another color, for example, and you will see how the pant is there. So if you want to control the size of the pant and the position and everything, you can click and drag, so it will go behind the shirt. Yeah. Let me just zoom in and position the pants where I want them to be, like that. Yeah. Probably we're going to need to make this bigger, so we can extend this just like that to make it bigger, right? So this is our pants right now, and this is our character. We are missing the hairstyle only, so let's create another dynamic image in which we're going to be not uploading, sorry, we're going to be picking from our male hairstyle. Male hairstyle will be independent from the like that. Yeah, obviously we need to shrink this until it goes nice and easy like that. Yeah, we can preview other styles just to see if everything is matching. Right, for example, this one is matching pretty well, and let's see this one. Yeah, looks like everything looks good. Maybe we can actually make it, yeah, just a bit bigger, like that, covering the ears. Yeah. So now we have one character, one male. Let's name this. This is going to be the going to be the left male pants. This will be the left male shirt. And this will be the left male hairstyle. Yep. So now we have this character, and we want this character to actually be a. We want this to be the one on the left, but we want to be able to change from male to female, right? So we can actually Control C to copy this, and Control V to paste an entire new character that will have the same size and settings and everything. Obviously, we lost the order, but this is really quickly adjusted in here, here, and here, right? So what if we now change this to female, right? And of course, we need to change the library really quickly. Female hairstyle. The shirt will actually be the dress. We don't have any pants in this case. We're going to have a left female dress. Yeah, and we of course need to change the library to the correct one, the female dress, like that. Yeah, and the male skin color will be called the the left female skin color. And let's find the female here. Left female skin color here. So let's preview a different color. Okay, and let's see if we can. Seems like the dress is pretty much correct, and the hairstyle we may want to adjust that. So let's put the dress there, put the hairstyle here, and make it bigger, like that. Yeah. So now we have these two characters. We have this one in here and here. Seems like the girl is a bit smaller. We may want to make it just enough, like that. Yeah, they will coexist on the same position. Don't worry about that. We're going to start grouping them together for they can show or hide. Very important for that. But first, let's create the right characters really fast. Let me see if we can actually paste this new character and call this the right male skin color, the shirt, the pants is the same, and the oh, change the hairstyle, sorry. Yeah, and the skin color is the one we need to change. Yeah, so we are going to preview this. Let's change this to, yeah, hairstyle, pants, shirts, call this the right male skin color. Oh, pants. Okay. Like that. So everything is properly organized. Let's see if we are all good on the positions, because sometimes we need to. Pants seems to be okay. The Yeah, everything seems to be pretty well. Okay. Remember, we have 4 different hairstyles. We have short, long, everything like that. So we have actually 3 hairstyles like that. Yeah, perfectly looking. Okay, so we have our right character, right? And let's pick the woman, left female, which has skin, dress. Oops, this was the one we need to female. Yeah, hairstyle. Yeah, perfect. So this free will be the female. Let's grab it here and put it here to double check. And let's arrange this to hairstyle, skin color, dress. So right, female, skin color, female dress. Okay, all 3 together. But in this case, because the right female actually has the same dress but has a different skin color, let's find the right skin color for the right female skin color. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Now we have this. Oh, yeah, that's better. Like that. And let's put together right and left, closing in. Yeah, like that. And we grab all of them together. And obviously, we're going to make them bigger like that. Yeah. So this is probably going to be our design today. Now, very important, this is the part in which we are going to be able to switch between male and female. Let's grab, for example, the male element to the left and create a layout. Grab all 4 items and create a layout called the left male. Then we grab the female and we do the same. I think I'm actually missing one small detail. Sorry, let's remove the layout just for a second. I forgot something, which is the text box, because these characters should have names. So let's put a name in here, right? This is going to be the, the left name, and this will be the right name, like that. Right name, like that. Yeah, left and right. Of course, we need male and female, so let's we can actually have the names show right away. Let's copy and paste. Now we have everything showing exactly the right way, but we have male and female. We're going to rename this later. Let's just drag this, for example, with the male. The first one was the male. Left male. Grab all the items of the left male and create a layout. This layout will be called the left male. Then we can close it. Let's find a left female. So here, yeah, let's go all the way here. Left name female. Very important to have all the items together in the right layout. This will be the left female. Now we're going for the right. Right name male. Grab all this and create another layout. Each time I create a layout, everything seems to disappear except for the layout. So picking here will show the female, picking here will show the male, and now picking the layout, new one will show the right male. Sorry. Finally, we are going to grab the right female skin color. Let's call this the right female, right name. Female. Of course, these names can be changed later. This is just for me to have a reference. And now we have all together. Let's call the right female. So we have 4 different items. We're going to be able to pick between them without any problem. And we do have one last thing. We created a background layout. So we're going to create another dynamic image and call this, find the background is the last page. Here you go. Yeah, and this one will be the have 3 choices, the blue, the one. Yeah, there. And it's probably going to be, okay, so let's drag this all the way down. So it's always on the back. It's going to be the background color. Okay, so this is our design. We can add an extra level of idea, which is to actually have another left and right, but it's only going to be left, male and female. Why? Because we may want to show one single person. So let's copy this and paste it again like this, but only centered, right? Let me see if I can find them. Wait, no. Oops. Okay, sorry. Let's grab this male and this left female and copy and paste, but it's not creating, sorry, it wasn't creating what I thought it would be creating. Oh, there you go. Yeah. This is the left male. This was, we're going to call this the single, and the female will do the same. Copy paste, and will be the single. This way we can have a choice for 2 people and for 1 people. We will have 1 person here and 2 people here, right? So having all these layouts selected will be able for us to control which ones are showing or not. And that's all we need for this particular design. We're later going to put together the choices so we can pick one or the other and also have all the rest of the settings based on our libraries to choose. So when we click Save Design, we are done. So very important. Right now, if you check your My Design section, you will see at the beginning or at the end of the last page, depending on how many designs you have, this particular design we just created. And very important, if you know this design will have a lot of options, a lot of presentations on different products, you may want to study the options and make sure that they look exactly the way they want. So whatever product you create using this design will present the right options at the beginning. In any case, you can always edit the options, but you see Customily has created the options for you automatically. So when you pick edit, you can re-edit the design. But if you click on edit options, you will see every single choice that you offered your customers will be presented in here. So right now, you have this. If you click on preview options, you will see that the first choice is the layout. And in here, you can pick if you want the right female, the right male, the left, or the single, and so on. So you will always be able to pick one character. That's how we build our design. But nothing stops you from actually creating an alternative version of this layout, because in the end, check out, you have the choice to adding options, changing options, and modifying every single piece of this experience by picking the background, or having, for example, having the background be the first choice. Right now, your background is, let me find it. We have, for example, a choice of layouts, left, male, and so. But if I pick here in the pencil and I locate the background, it's option number 28. Let's go and put it in the first place. Pick on the pick on the arrows and be the first choice. And then you start putting together your characters. So we're not going to do this in here because I think there's a better view of this with a with a wider preview. We're just going to save this and do the changes directly to the product. Just so you can see that whatever you create will later be able to modify. So let's click on the start, and in the start section, you'll be able to create a new product. Like we said, we want to, today we're going to use CustomCat, and we're going to find the pillow. Oh, we have a lot of pillows. Let's go for the square pillow medium. Yeah. So you see, when you browse through the different products of any POD, you will see that they have been optimized and integrated with Customily, and you can pick one of these. When you pick any product, you see the available variants. In this case, could be color, could be size, could be material. Depending on the product from the POD, you will see different variants available. And once you pick at least one variant, you can jump in to the next stage, which is picking a design. And of course, in the design part, you can pick any custom design. You have 270 designs in different categories to check out and see which ones you like best. And maybe you just want to have the characters and play around with those. These are entirely yours to play with. But if you want to use your designs, the ones you created here, you go to pick from your designs, and you go straight to, in this case, the last page, where I will find this. Whenever I pick this, Customily will start creating a new listing on my Shopify store. In this case, could be an Etsy store, and it will create a template, putting my design, the one we just created with the characters and everything, putting that design on the print area of the pillow, and also putting the design on the mockup, showing the real finished product. So customers will be able to customize this design directly on the pillow, and also later print this with CustomCat. The final revision is like this. You have the entire pillow. Of course, this is a wrapping pillow, so the effect will be that this will go to the edges. And you have the choices here to pick the different background and the different characters. Whatever you select will be reflected like that. We are missing some details here. We're going to get into that. Let's first keep this as our draft for now. Let's edit the product details so we can rename this. Let's go with this. Let's, I don't know, like that. This is just a shortcut. You can always go to your Etsy or Shopify backend and modify this anytime you want. We are just giving you a quick shortcut to do some changes that will be beneficial. For example, changing the name will be very important so you can see this faster on your store. Let's pick, for example, male single. Yeah, that's me. And let's pick this and this so we can preview our character, and we can save this to be our new product image. We can actually change our category like this, and see how the options change for the hairstyles. And then we can also type the name, right? So let's save this to be our, I don't know, a listing photo that we will present as new. And we're going to save this as a draft so we can see how this product is built in Customily. So basically now we have a new product. If we check our backend, we're going to see in the product section that we actually have a new pillow product. This is a draft product. This is a standard product in in Shopify, but it's also loading a template. And you also have the options loading. So at this point, what you can do here is pick on the eye to check out this product in the front end and play around with the options, and also open this shortcut to check out the template that was created using your design information and the pillow information. In this case, we may be able to make adjustments to the size, for example, the size of the text and everything. I did the really fast the texts, but you can actually redo that and fix that really quickly on the template if you want to. That will change the graphic part of your product. But also in the options, we can actually tamper on this to make sure it works faster. So if you click this, it will open the options. Like we saw before, these options will reflect what the customers will see. So we're going to do a couple of changes really fast, but you can always revisit this live session to check how we did it. Very important to understand is, for example, this, whenever I pick this, for example, right female, I will trigger some options that will show or hide depending my choice. So if I were to pick, for example, the skin color, it will locate, the pencil will locate this on my list of, I don't know, 40 something choices. And I will be able to see that I can actually change the label of this. I can open these choices and change my images. If I don't like these graphics, I can change them for a color. I can do whatever I need to. Let's, for example, find a tone that will be close to this, right? And remove the image so I can have that. Same goes here. We may have this skin tone and remove the image. And in the end, it was not the best, but you can change it. And this would be close to the reds, like that. So now we have these swatches and they look better. So that's always your choice to modify this any way you want. And very important, you will see that actually each option has a function and a condition. A function will be, in this case, to actually change the images of the dynamic image 16. So if we were to check our template, you're going to see that the dynamic image number 16 actually has, let's find that in here. We are talking about the, sorry, we're talking about the right female. So if I were to find the right female in here, I will see that the dynamic image number 16 has three different choices, three different images. And those images are controlled by this function. So whenever I pick the dark, I will look for image option 1, 2, or 3 for this particular dynamic image. That's the logic behind the option set and the different choices for the for picking swatches. Also, remember these choices came up the moment I pick right female. If I choose male, left, or whatever, other choices will show up. Why? Because in the condition part, we are telling this that it should show this option when the layout dropdown is right female. Okay, so this condition will make sure that whenever I pick right male, I have the right choices, and so on and so on. Correct? That's the logic behind these options and these conditions. So if I were to have an extra level of choice, for example, picking the number of people, right? I could actually add a new option, and this new option will be number 42, but will be the number 2 option in my setting here, right? So I go back to the first page and I have this new option. This is a handmade option that I want to tamper any way I want, but I want to make it a dropdown. It can be a swatch and it will have different choices. But if I go to dropdown, I can say choose number of people. And I can add as many choices as I want by picking on the dropdown values, right? So these two choices will be 1 and 2. Okay, I have 1 and 2 as this. And of course, I could change this to a swatch. And in this case, I can upload my own images. So if you want to put a big 1 here and a big 2 here, you can do it as well. For now, let's keep it like this. So what I want to do with 1 and 2 is basically I want to show when I pick 1, I want to show this left female single and left male single, but only those 2. I don't want to see these other 4. So for that, I need to actually grab my layout dropdown and I need to make 3 copies. The reason why I make 3 copies is because this first one will be only to pick the single person, gender. Basically, this will be now called the pick gender. Yeah. And I want to have only 2 choices, the female single or the male single. Then if I pick 2 people, I will have the right gender and the left gender. That's why I created drop-down versions. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange these 6 choices into 3 different choice versions because each one will pick male, female. So I will open this, and of course, this is the choose number of people. Yeah, the pick gender will actually be 6 choices. Well, I'm just going to delete 4 and keep these 2, right? Left, female, and male. Of course, let's call this just female and call this male, like that. Yeah, and very important, we can add a condition and say, okay, I want this dropdown to show when the choose number of people is 1. Yeah, like that. The other 2 will actually be call this the pick left gender. Oops. And will show when the number of people is 2. Okay. Of course, we said pick left gender, so we are going to take away the single and we're going to take away the right. Finally, this one will be pick right gender, and let's add a condition to show when the number of people is 2, exactly the same way, and we're going to keep these 2 and remove the others, like that. So now we have created like a pre-choice. Now we're going to save this, and first we're going to pick one person, we'll show the genders, and we're going to pick the second one. Sometimes what we need to do is actually exit the option set and go back again just to see the last changes, especially when it comes to logics. So right now you see the background and you see number of people. 1, pick gender. 2, pick left and right. That's the new condition. Now we need to do a couple of extra stuff to make sure this works. Basically, the female single or male single, we need to make sure they show in here, right? So this will show the skin color, the shirt, and the hair. Yeah, that's perfect. The skins will not be the right thing, and the female will have skin color, left, and hair. And then when we actually grab these 2, we should be able to see nothing. And the reason for this is because we actually need to reconnect some other elements. Don't worry, we can actually pick this really fast. Why? Because we have them here. You see the left male skin color. This is, for example, let's look out at our template. What do we need to pick? The left male will have these IDs, so we can actually find 243, 2345, 17 is the name, but any of these will have the right view. So in this case, if we check the condition, we can quickly change the condition. In this case, it's looking for pick gender on number 3, but this one we saw it should be the, sorry, here, left male. So let's go with left gender male. And that's it. The skin color of the left male will now show, and the left male shirt will show when the right picker is selected. The left gender is male, and in this case, pants, hairstyles. We don't have to connect the the categories because they depend on the hairstyle. So pants actually, as always showing, we don't have to change anything about that. Or yeah, let's go this, left male. And the hairstyle will also be needed to change. Now this may take a bit of time, but it will make sure everything is properly connected. The left female is actually the same logic, only we need to pick left gender female. Right, and now it's starting to show. Of course, when we pick this was the hairstyle, yeah. When we pick the dress, it shows, and the skin color, of course, will show. Later, you can change the order, so you make sure that the logic and the flow is always the same. Right male hairstyle will also have the same conditioning, but for the right gender. Long, short, oh, male shirt here. This one, almost skip that. Right, male. And then we have, let's extend this. We have the pants, very fast, male, and the skin color will also be male. Finally, the female right hairstyle. Okay, that's the last one we needed to change, which is faster because it has less options. Doesn't have pants. Of course, once you get the hang of this, you will locate this faster. And then, well, we have the left, right names. Oh, we have the names. Names also, let's arrange this. So the left name, male, okay. This one will be, we said left, right? Left male and right male. And then we have right female, female, and left female. The rest of the options, the one that says clonal because we change the names, are all part of the single choice. So we don't have to change any of that. We only need to pick one to see this, female or male, and go to and pick female or male and see how male changes, and male will be the other one, or female in here, and they will all change. Of course, the order is not perfect, but that's something you can just grab one by one, or just pick these move options and make sure they have the right order. Usually we have skin colors, then we have shirts, we have pants, and the hairstyle. Then in the case of the female, we should start with the skin color, with the dress. You see, I'm clicking, holding, and dragging. And then we have the male hairstyle. No, first we have the male skin color, then the shirt, then the pants, and then the hairstyle. And in the case of the female, right, will be the same. Skin color, dress, hairstyle. Then the names, well, the names, we may want to put them at the beginning. For example, when we start with the with the left male, this is number 6, so maybe we could actually grab the left male and pick number 6. So it jumps right there to the beginning. Yeah. And then we have the left male name. We have the left male skin color, it's number 13. So if we find the left name female, wait, oh, here, left name female, that was number 13, correct? Yeah, and so on, we rearrange like so, female, then the skin color, then we have, okay, finally, 19, the right male, and probably the right female is number 26, but I think it's somewhere in here. Oh, here, like that. Finally, the name of this one would be left male, skin color. Okay, this one should be here. Pants, shirts, and hairstyle, and the name of the female, which first will be the skin color, then will be the dress, and then the style. So now let's save it. So after you do all this, um, you don't have to reconnect anything. All you have to do is go back to your front end and refresh. That's all you need to do, because each time you make changes to the option file or to the template file, everything reflects automatically on the front end. So now we can actually preview everything working correctly. The background will change. The options will have the choose the number. Okay. Didn't tell me that. Number of, for typing fast. Okay. So we first pick number of people. In this case, we go with 1, and we have right now picking the gender. Female single will show the options for the female. But if I pick male, I see the options for the male, just like that. And if I pick 2 people, I get to select first the left female gender, and then the right person, which would be a male gender. Oh, wait, I was changing this character. Let's change this character like that. You can always rearrange, and you can always type in the names, change the size if this is not the right thing, but you can always modify this. But the way you can create multiple genders on the same position and multiple people on the same position is by creating all together the items and separating them by characters, and then rearrange the conditions, so it will be the fastest way to make sure this works. I'm pretty sure there are some questions, so let's jump into the Q&A. Is there a previous live session with a better explanation of how to set up a listing to return only the artwork file, but not to automatically fulfill the order? Well, we did not create a live session in which we did a fulfillment, basically because that's very specific of each store, of each user, and each account. So we have shown how you can explore the PODs and how you can retrieve API keys, but never actually showing how to fulfill an order. That's very particular of each POD and each store. But I'm pretty sure that if you check tutorials of that POD, you will see how you can fulfill orders manually. There was a question about product base. I don't know if it was answered over the chat. Okay, let's jump in out of this and out of everything and go straight to start. In here, I don't know exactly what you want to see about product base, but let's check out this. Basically, a product base, and we're going to pick one existing and eventually create a new one. It's the same as the POD. What any print-on-demand provider has as a product base is the print area that you need exactly to be fulfilled and the and the preview. The preview is actually a composition of one or two images. So let's check, for example, what happened on this template. You see, even if I created um, a square design, we know for a fact that this pillow prints on a wraparound and has the background, the back face plain in color and the other with the design. So our print area is actually is 2 by 1 in proportion, and our design will fit into the print area like this. Now, this is the first part. This is the production file. This is exactly what you need printed, a 89 by 46 centimeters print file with the design information. Now, when you jump to the second part of the template, you will see also the second part of a production file, which is the preview. And the preview usually can have one image, which is the background, and this background is the product image, like the pillow or anything like this. It could be a t-shirt or jewelry, for example. But in any case, you see the product plain without any customization. In case of products with certain shapes or uneven edges, we can also provide a mask. And a mask has this effect of transparency and texture that will shape whatever design you have, and you're printing, of course, but it will shape for preview purposes and for aesthetic purposes on the front end. So if you have a particular product that has wrinkles and stuff, having these masks will grant you an amazing effect of realism. Like that. So you see, the mask has the shape of the pillow, shaping off the design and the background and everything, and providing an overall texture that is not there for the product. Product is blank or has different colors, and the mask will provide the texture. And that's what you build with with a product base. You can, for example, let's create a new product base. Let's say we are going to have, let's print basically 10 by 10 centimeter print area, right? Let's create that. So this is what's printing right now. This is the maximum print area. Whatever design you pick later, and remember, this is working as well for print-on-demand providers. Basically, you can create your own product base or use PODs, but the logic is the same. The first step is the print area, which you need in the exact size of printing, and of course in the right format of printing. So Customily will allow you to export in any of these formats. Once you are all set with your printable area, you click next and you put together the preview. In here, some buttons are known, like dynamic images, and some others are very specific of the print of the production file editor, in which will guide you into understanding what you need. You need a product image photo, and we can actually grab 3 images, right? One or as many as you want. Yeah, scale it down. So we have a product with 3 different colors available. If I had, I don't think I had, but if I had a mask file with a wrinkle effect or whatever, I could actually upload this as as an image right now. But I don't have a mask, so I will keep my product image. And my print area, of course, I need to scale it down and present it exactly as it's going to be printing. like that. So I know whatever design I pick will show exactly the way it's being printed in here, just like that. When I'm finished with the preview settings, I click next, and before I save it, I am provided the two scenarios of my product. Basically, whatever design I pick later when I'm creating a final product, a final listing, will show in here for printing and will show in here for preview. Just as simple as that. Now, the advantage also of having a product base is that if I uploaded three or more images of the product, those images of the product um, can become variants. So whenever I click save, Customily will detect that I have a color variant, and I can actually change this to black, gray, and white. Yeah, and save the product. And that's it. Whenever I create a new product using this product base, it's going to create a print file of 100 by 100, a preview with the t-shirt rotated like that, and three color variants that will trigger three different images: black, gray, and white. And basically that's a product base. I do have a lot in here, so eventually if you want to check, I can show you the pillow. In this case, the pillow has uh, 26 by 26 inches print area. This is another type of pillow. And on the preview, basically, we put the print area, exactly what is going to be printed, and the rest is the product image that has different colors, and the mask that if I turn it off, I will see that my product actually is pretty dull, but the mask gives you that amazing effect of realism because it's on top of everything. Masks in PODs are supplied by us. When it comes to your own product bases, you should craft this on your own. I think we have a live session in which we show how to create a mask. This is done in Photoshop or similar files, similar software without any product. I think the last of the years will all extend a bit more. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking with us. And I really hope now you have things clear as to how to create these complex but very great and attractive products and designs using Customly. Remember, we have an excellent support team available to help you during your first steps and assist you with anything you need. If you want to contact them, don't hesitate to reach them via email or open a live chat in the app during business hours. Also, you can join our Facebook communities where you can ask questions and share tips with other users of the app. And well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for sticking so long. I really appreciate your interest and your questions. We're going to see you on the next live session. Bye bye.